morning, students. Welcome to the cloud computing class. Today we are starting with the unit 2. Basically this is the unit 2 syllabus. In this unit we are starting with the virtualization. Today our topic is virtualization. What is virtualization? Basically virtualization we'll discuss about virtualization in cloud computing. Virtualization is the creation of virtual version of something. Means it's not a real physical version, it's a virtual thing. Virtualization is the creation of virtual version of something such as server, desktop, storage device, an operating system, or a network resource. In other words, virtualization is a technique which allows to share a single physical instance of a resource or an application among multiple customers or organizations. It does by assigning a logical name to the physical storage and providing pointer to the physical resource when demanded. How the virtualization is? Cloud computing takes virtualization one step further. You don't need to have own hardware rented from the cloud. Various providers allowing the creating virtual servers in their own systems, installing different OSs in our systems using our system hardware itself. You get billed only for what you used. What is the concept behind the virtualization? Basically, three components, and the major concepts are like two major missions are there in the virtualization. One is the host mission, the guest mission. Another one is the guest mission. In this host mission, we install the guest mission. What is the host mission? The host mission is which the virtual mission is created. Guest mission, the virtual missions refer as a guest missions. Hypervisor. Hypervisor film or software, a low-level program that acts as a virtual mission manager. What is the benefits of virtualization? Of course, sharing resources helps the cost reduction. Isolation. Virtual machines are isolated from each other as if they are physically separated. Encapsulation is another important thing. Virtual machines encapsulate the complete computing environment. Hardware independence. We don't need to buy another hardware or set up another server physically. Virtual machines can run independently of underlying hardware. Using the existing hardware, we can run the virtual machines. Portability. Virtual machines can be migrated between different hosts. Let's say we have a MacBook. We can install a virtual machine on that. Or else we have a Windows. Even though it is a Windows, we can install the virtual machine over the Windows as well. That's how virtualization helps migrate between different hosts. This is the architecture of a virtualization. Hosted hypervisor, bare metal hypervisor. Basically, we have two types of hypervisors. One is the hosted hypervisor and the bare metal hypervisor. Before virtualization, software tied to the hardware, single OS image or permission. Each CPU or the server has a single OS. One application workload per OS. Inflexible and the costly infrastructure. It is happened before virtualization. What about the after virtualization? The single resource can be divided into the multiple virtual devices. Multiple workloads per machine. Software independent of a hardware, system data, apps or files. Hypervisor is a form of virtualization software used in the cloud hosting to allocate the resources on various pieces of hardware. The program which provides the partitioning, isolation or the abstraction is called virtualization hypervisor. Hypervisor is sometimes also called as a virtual machine manager. Basically, we have two types of hypervisors. Hypervisor is between the host system and the guest system. Basically, we have two types of hypervisor. Hypervisor runs directly underlying the host system. It's also known as the native hypervisor, bare metal hypervisor. Type 1 is the bare hypervisor. So